What's going on YouTube? George Morgan here, G1 Gamer, back on your screens for the first time with some G1 Jockey or just horse racing content, horse racing gaming content. Regardless, of course, it's been a year and a bit since we last uploaded on the channel with some actual content for you guys to enjoy, and I'm so excited, folks. We have returned, and we're going to be bringing you a fantastic story save, and I personally, for one, can't wait. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, please make sure that you do the necessary. Leave a like and also subscribe to the channel. It really does help us out, folks, in terms of generating more content and pushing it out to you as well. Help us expand our audience. You can join the Discord server as well. Link is in the description, so get involved. Now, let's get into what we're doing today. Well, today, folks, we are going to be commencing our story mode, not on Champion Jockey, of course, part of Gallop Racer, the newest release in the Koei Tecmo franchise. We're going to be stepping things back just a slight bit. We are heading into G1 Jockey for 2008, everybody. Arguably, in my view, the greatest G1 Jockey game ever released. And that includes Champion Jockey as well, folks. The collection of horses, the tracks, the race courses, everything you can imagine, and also the replay system, which is very much encompassing every horse in the field, not just your own, which makes the commentary aspect all the more better. So I'm looking forward to getting stuck in. We're going to have an immense run. I can't wait. Now, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the save. Okay, folks, my name is George Morgan. I saw my first race when my father took me to the race course. The atmosphere around the race and the roar of the crowd at the finish was overwhelming. It's true, actually. Seeing the winning jockey being handed the flowers on the podium inspired me to become a jockey one day, and this is actually very true. When I was a kid and I first went to the races when I was 4 years old, obviously my grandparents, my family owned race horses back then, and it just blew me away. My first experiences of horse racing, and still love it, obviously, to this day. So, now, 2 years after enrolling in racing school, graduation is fast approaching. I'm about to make my debut as a jockey. Here we go. This is where it all begins. After the 4 mock races starting today, I'd finally be able to realize my dream. This is all I could think about as I entered the classroom. So here we go. So at last, the mock races are coming up, says Colin Baldwin. Let's use what we learned here to do our best to become good jockeys, says Hannah Davis. I can't wait to race in front of all my fans, says Brian Thomas. I'm worried whenever Brian gets into something, it always ends in disaster. Obviously, folks, this is the rigmarole we face at the very start. Here is John Quinn. Okay, quiet, everyone. Now, let me explain about the mock races. From this week, there'll be 4 mock races held. The first 2 will be held here at the racing school, and the last 2 will be held at Bologna course. Once they are finished, you will all make your debut and begin competing in real races. That's where things heat up, everybody. Even though these are just mock races, the press, the stable trainers will be paying close attention. So all ride to your best potential. That's what we need to do. Your rides will be chosen by lottery, so you won't know what style of horse you'll be riding until the day of the race. Prepare yourselves to race on any style. I'm all about that. I think that's great. Okay, so let's do this, everyone. Well, the first mock race is almost upon us. Here we go. All right, I can't wait. Now, folks, it's going to be a really challenging one, and we're not just against the young jockeys either. We've got some seasoned professionals. John's sister Lucy Quinn is going to be joining us, as well as Alan Quinn, as well, as you can see. Obviously a little bit boisterous, obviously thinks a lot of himself. We're going to see if we can silence the 2 experienced jockeys here and now at the racing school. Remember, of course, the first 2 races are done at the racing school. The latter 2 are done on an actual race weekend. We're going to be racing with Grey Doss for the first race, over 1,000. A little bit short, the distance for this horse. I'm hoping that we can cope with it. Likes to be rounded behind the front runners, but we should pack an immense amount of stamina. I'm just hoping that the pace isn't too much for this horse. Let's get into it. Okay, I'm just going to settle in. Already we've got movements elsewhere. We got loads of stamina left in this horse. She's a tough cookie, this one. Come on, Grey Doss. Plenty of stamina left in this one. Oh, my goodness. 4th place. Probably broke a little bit too late, if you ask me. We got a nose just into 4th, which is a relief. So good work, George. You lost, but for now, learning is more important than winning. Hannah Davis got the first win on Dry Schwartz, so well done her. Bianca Uno was second. I think honestly we could have broken earlier, but Alan Quinn and Lucy Quinn finishing in front of us. We finish ahead of Brian Thomas and of course Baldwin as well, Colin Baldwin. Okay, so the next race, mock race 2, we're going to be riding 4 Chestnuts, a gelding, pretty strong throughout most areas, but doesn't like being boxed in, so we're expecting to go right to the front with this one over 1,700, folks. This horse can go as high as 1,800, so we're about 100 meters over on when, you know, pretty much where we need to be on this one. Fair, firm ground, so it's going to be a very firm pace. If you excuse the pun, it's going to be a fast one. So we need to make sure that we get a nice early break to the front, manage the pace, and hopefully hold on with the strong fade ability that we do have. We're going to keep this pace level up, keep the tempo up. It's working out rather nicely, and keeping that inside rail working for us at the moment as well, which is obviously very useful. Okay, now we're going to try and take the fight to them. Has this horse got any guts? Hopefully it does. Oh, third place. Give it a good go. Could have been better. Okay, so Brian Thomas, a win on the books. Hannah Davis getting one as well. Colin Baldwin, 2 6th places, everybody. John Quinn saying the third mock race is about to start. Counting this one, there are 2 more mock races remaining. However, you need to take them one at a time. So here we are. Bianco Uno. Obedience, power, tough, and spirit. It packs certainly a far weight of abilities. Brilliant run of abilities, array of abilities, this one. So I'm hopeful for a decent result. Can race pretty much anywhere, so I might just go with our strengths, sort of track the lead runners, then break out, look to then race down the straight, take on a few of those front runners. It's going to be a really, really close race, this one. Now taking a turn for home, so let's try and open up the throttle a little bit. Let's loosen some of the rein. Give the horse a little bit more of a stride. Through towards the 4-pole. One horse getting boxed in there as well. Right, now let's go for home. Right, here we go. We're in front. More than half a length. This could be our time. And yes, it will be. Bianca Uno takes victory. The third race in the racing school. And we get the win. Lovely run. Superb. Just perfect. Exactly the way I wanted to pull this off. You may not have been familiar with this course, but you managed to win anyway. Fabulous work. Ahead of Dry Schwartz as well. So it's too bad. I really thought I could win this. Well, we beat Brian Thomas, didn't we, to the punch. So now we need to try and nestle in a second win. If we can do it in the final one, it gives us a really good chance of graduating at a higher level than every other jockey in this mix. So Colin Baldwin having a really tough run. Here we go. Now for the 4th and final mock race. I know this is probably the biggest race you face, but try not to be too nervous. And Peter Morgan, who will be the trainer we're going to be working with for our career mode, everybody. Georgia going to be racing for me next year, so I want to see you do well out there today. Good luck. So here we go. Grey Doss, we know a little bit about this one. Likes to be ran handy, so we'll give this a go. Exactly the same way as we ran before, so I know we can do something with this horse, and we are running over its max distance. Let's give it a good go. Here we go. Okay, now we'll try and open up a little bit now with just under 600 to go. Okay, we've got a little bit of stamina left in the tank. Let's try and use it. Horse boxed in there as well. See if it likes to run with the runners. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's a big battle up towards the line. 4th place. Not great. We got trapped in between horses a little bit there. Never a nice place to be, but we gave it a good go. We tried to muscle our way in between. I hope we don't get hustled by that. Obviously, Alan Quinn came out with the victory there. Hopefully, we came out in front of Brian Thomas. Let's have a look. Brian Thomas beat us to the punch. 3rd place for Brian. 4th, 3rd, 1st, and 4th. Brian Thomas, I think, might have beaten us, though, because he had a 2nd and 3rd in the last 2 races. My goodness. The pressure. I think he might have got it, to be honest. We're going to move through, though, to the graduation. So let's see who's going to get it. Brian Thomas, we thought he would. The last 2 races proving to be the difference maker. We gave it a good go, chat. We gave it a good go. Obviously, what's important now is that we're going to be moving through to the actual racing at the end of the day. So there we have it. Obviously, graduation now over, so we're now celebrating with the rest of the jockeys. Lucy Quinn, obviously imparting some final wisdom before we get set to race. Okay, so Peter Morgan stable. We have now joined him this time. Stephanie Thompson, former jockey from G1 Jockey 1, incidentally. A lot of you might remember. And now, obviously, the first week, no ride, so we're just going to move straight through into the following week. Now, we do have a ride by the looks of it. So David Atkinson giving us a hand here on February of week 4. Right, folks, first race under rules, and as a jockey, we're on the favourite as well. 3-year-old filly Broncone, very smartly rated, 65 to be precise. So let's have a look at this. Emma Flynn, how you doing, George? It's your debut at last. I'm sure you're nervous, but so am I. Go out there and show them that you belong here, and we certainly will, folks. David Atkinson, George, it's your debut. We know more than that more than anybody, folks. But let's have a look at the second favourite. It's Expert Branch, not highly rated. I think we've got a great chance to kick things off in good style, folks. Broncone, I'm sure will take us there. 1800, fair weather, firm ground. Let's get stuck in. Good start as well. Lovely start. Just trying to switch across to the front end of the rostrum. Trying to manage the pace. I don't really want to lead right from the get-go. Just want to try and go at a strong gallop and a strong pace. Just try and make the most of this horse. Obviously, we know how much of a competitor that he is, judging from the favourite status. Also gave this horse a little bit of a workout before we went into the weekend as well. You can, of course, do that from the workout menus in the training yard, in the training centre. Just gets a little bit more out of your horse at the same time. But there's a lot in Broncone here. He is running really smartly. This could be our first win in our first race, folks. I've got a good feeling about this. Final 500 metres to come. Now moving alongside and upwards. Here comes the home stretch. She's still travelling well, this 3-year-old filly. That might give us a lot in our first ride here as a professional jockey. And it is going to be victory. Didn't even have to use the stick. A superb, superb victory for Broncone. And a lovely ride as well to kick off our career mode. Alan Cooper, haha, you were the favourite, so I wasn't expecting anything less. Neither was I, Alan, to be honest. Neither was I. Wonderful performance and finishing a length clear of Positive Movie. I felt your pace was a bit slow, but I suppose you were able to gain some potential. It was a difficult balancing act after all. We didn't really want to go at a firm gallop because that wasn't our race, really. We wanted just to manage it. No need to push too hard, but Broncone giving us the result straight from the bat. Well done, George. You did great to win a race on your debut. Colin Baldwin giving us some plaudits after that one. Peter Morgan, congratulations on your first win, George. I was surprised that you could win in your very first race. An excellent way to debut. I would agree. Great, you've competed in a race and won it, says David Atkinson. You're undefeated. I'm looking forward to watching even more of your races, as am I. Emma Flynn, incredible. Winning your first race like that. I'm sure I'll be asking for more quotes for my stories in the future. Congratulations on a great win today. So, congratulations on your first win, George. Oh, you beat me to the line, says Brian Thomas. I don't have a win yet. You're absolutely right. Don't have any time to lose. They're all trying to get wins now, everybody. But we managed to get ourselves off and running with this one. Steph Thompson, congratulations on your first win, George. This might be a bit sudden, but I brought along a trader who wants to meet you. LeBlond, good to meet you, LeBlond. Congratulations on your first win, George. After seeing how you won that race, I thought I'd have to have you try riding our horses. I am positive that you'd be able to take my horses first past the post. We'll give it a good go. I love his shades, by the way. I'm glad I caught you before you went home. I was hoping to speak to you alone, so I waited for everyone else to leave. George, congratulations on your first win. I can't believe I let you get your first win before I did. I knew you were the one man not to mess with. However, this is only natural for jockeys to want to shy. So this is going to be one of those competitive events, guys, that we have to take on our rivals and surpass them at winning, say, our first Group 1 race win or something like that. So that's exactly what we're going to try and do. Obviously, Brian Thomas now challenging us to win our first Class A or our first group race. But folks, I think this is a nice place to end our first episode, just to get the ball rolling. Hope you all enjoyed it. First race in the office as a professional jockey, and we're already a race winner as a professional as well in our first year. Obviously, the road to being champion apprentice is well in sight. It looks good. I can't wait. Obviously, next mission is to take either our first Class A victory or our first G race win as well. Obviously, we'll have news on when we're due to create our first horse as well in the not-too-distant future, so be sure to be tuned into our next episode. If you haven't done so already, chat, please make sure you leave a comment down below. Give me your thoughts on the first episode, and also, by the same token, tell me about your experiences of G1 Jockey or even Gallop Race or anything, folks. Really want to hear from you. In the meantime, though, that's been it from G1 Gamer. I will see you for our next episode, episode 2. It's going to be a blast. Till next time, folks. Goodbye. to get into the mix in the red blinkers as well, as they now start to turn for home and start to string out in a long line. It's now Broncone, the favourite, who leads the way under George Morgan for the back. Desert Hearts trying to creep into it too. Here comes Positive Movie as well, looking to make a move through the middle under King, but it's going to be Broncone and Alan Cooper who score this one in the maiden at Bologna.